Welcome to week 4 of 104. Will we complete this dentist art project in time? This week, Jordan argues with a floor, Natalie sweeps the floor for some reason,
and hopefully reveal a few more secrets. Or hopefully not too many secrets. Are these the aerated gloves that are on the floor?
What?
Were they the aerated gloves that are on the floor through the busting?
What?
The aerated ones.
Yeah. The fresh ones.
Fresh ones, okay.
This is where I am using a flathead screwdriver to pry the first part up with it should be a hammer, but it's a rubber mallet. It's not the best for the task, but this is what tools I had at the time. Now with the first corner up, I can get the crowbar, or wrecking bar as the machine might call it, and prying the floor up. As I'm prying the floor
That
up,
bar.
you'll notice I'll put
So I can trade places and work my way down.
I'll put an extension bar in, or breaker bar, which gives it enough that I can just keep working along with the crowbar.
I don't have
and
much
just
room
keep
to work
prying
on
it up and working our way along the screws.
And that's all. Right, this is where it would take two of us now to keep moving the pole across. That one. Yonder. Bearing in mind I'm halfway through the floor there. I'm completely through the floor now. Might be unlucky. Do you reckon we got
the floor split a bit further down, leaving me with not much choice other than to go back
I think we got that.
try and get the rest up, or I can work and carry on trying to split the floor. So this works for getting it in a little piece.
In theory, once it starts ripping, it should all. Yeah. It all depends on how good the bonding agent is. They're still bonding it down.
I discover a bit further down the line from this that unlike the other side which was bonded on that edge, this side for some reason was also screwed as well as bonded, so that's what I was fighting against.
That's not going to work, is it? I could see one of us standing on these pipes and then bursting. I could see one of us standing on these pipes and it bursting.
From this point on, it just turns into a
there's a
case
screw there in the middle,
of shove as much as possible underneath to keep it up and keep the pressure off, or in some places add more pressure on, and at some point it will fail. Or what we're using to keep the pressure on will fail, one or the other. Which will come first?
Yeah, there's a screw there.
I'm not 100% sold on that Sean would approve of the use of the poles, but it gets the job done. And, well, he's not there to tell me not to do it, so, hey ho.
Yeah, it's breaking there.
This
Slide
is
them
now
nuts
quite a while later,
down.
I'm good, Paul.
and as Natalie had
Well, stand in the
noted that
gap
she's going
then.
to fall, and wisely uses the wires to tightrope across the beams, because her sense of balance is that of a gorilla. And rather than
That didn't
move the
work.
bolts that are preventing me from getting the floor up with her hands, she tries to use a sweeping brush.
I think that might be what's stopping me.
This is where physical power comes in. Now, I won't lie, this hurt the day after. This was pushing my body to the extreme. I'm not a big bloke, I'm not really strong, but this was just pushing myself far too much. But the end result is it snapped and it came
I'm
out.
stuck on the ceiling now. Is it cracked there?
There. Stop, Paul.
Now we just need to work out how the fuck we're gonna maybe pulling.
This next section was recorded with the mic on board because the mic's playing up. That's what you get for buying off tuning. The noise you can hear is Natalie sanding by hand some of the metalwork down because she's too scared to use the grinder. Nothing to do with the battery on the grinder was running out. But here I am just sweeping off some of the dirt so we know where we're up to basically. And very shortly I will resume work on trying to get the rest of the floor up. The other thing, little secret of this video, is Natalie is quite hungover. She was all up for helping right until the moment she went out the night before and came back a little bit drunk.
Oh, the chisel, the mallet, and the pick. That needs some chunks of here. Did you get? At this size. Some of this will be paint anyway.
So a little bit stuck on what to do now at this point, whether to try and keep getting that edge up or try and get the middle up, which then will make it easy to get the edge up. I begin work on trying to pop a screw which is just ahead of that board that I'm trying to lever. Once popped, don't understand why it won't come out. I'm presuming to this day, as I'm still not sure, it was just the bond holding it in. But we won't know, and I don't think we'll ever know. It's just a case of it did come out.
This is a lot of work. I have a battery.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, I said I'd explain what's going on. So, if you've missed the first 3 or never seen the channel, this is a 1998 Dennis Dart.
Now I originally would explain what was going on, and you'll notice the audio's been cut here. That is because after the time that I actually then went back and seen it, I didn't explain this at all. So, what this is a 1998 Dennis Dart SLF model. We are restoring this to its former glory. Now, parts of the floor was rotten. We had engine issues, and rather than just muddle by, we knew we had pipes and stuff to replace underneath. We've just gone gun-hole into it, and the floor's come up. We're going to sort the chassis out. Any rotten parts are going to be repaired. It's all going to be painted, freshened up, so it'll last another 20 odd years. The 2 pipes you can see just at the bottom corner of the shot are the hydraulic pipes for the power steering. They're being replaced, and they'll all be shiny and will last. The ones that are currently there are rotten to hell, and it's an amazement they are still attached to the vehicle. Other things it can let us do is check the electrics, replace any brake lines that need replacing, any air tanks, stuff like that. That's nice and easy while we've got full access and we're not having to try and crawl underneath the vehicle to do it. This, as you may have guessed, is given us 2 years to do it, which is 104 weeks. So it's 104 episodes of this. But the challenge is that we are going to be completing it professionally and hopefully before that time. Now, without any help from you guys, it will probably take the 2 years. But if you feel kind enough and you want to give us a little bit of money or just become a member, just to help along with this restoration project, as it is a major one, and once it is complete, we'll be happy to take the vehicle just about anywhere when we've got time off work and what have you, and it won't be an issue. The bit I just pointed out there just before is the pole that snapped off when we went to remove it. We don't know what we're going to do with this pole after this video has been filmed, or where we're going to get a replacement or anything like that, so that will be an interesting one that we're going to have to look at to be repaired. And that is about it. If you want to know more, head over to mancbuses.com, where you can find all the ways you can support us and the project each week. And in the members on Patreon and on YouTube, you'll get director's footage of this, which is the extended versions without any edits. So you can actually see how long it has taken us.
This will get to a point where this wood is thin enough that it's actually just going to break. But I'm hoping this gets to a point where it'll just thin enough that it'll break. Oh. Another piece down. Oh, I broke the bike seat. I also think laying the floor is a Sean job. One he can cut straight. I might be able to get this up now. Yep, there we go. No fucking room. Doesn't seem as much grip on this side. Help me get to this bit here. It's like go under and then I get stuck on something.
Just onto it here.
That's not good. I think
Now this middle bit of floor, you'll notice that
that
at the
might
end
be.
of the video it's
I don't know whether which
removed.
side that's actually on, or whether
I
it's
didn't
between
film it
boards
being
or
removed, and
I don't know.
it's a good job anyway because it completely squished the camera. But it was removed in the same manner,
Better.
barring, crowbarring, moving my way along until there was no screws holding it
possibly
in
end of the
place, and then it popped out.
Go. I'm going to have a screw around here somewhere. I think I might have just broken the crowbar. Oh no, just slipped. Get Natalie in a minute. Nearly there. Nearly there. Oh, never mind, Natalie's out. Oh shit.
That noise you just heard was the fiberglass ripping, not the aim of the exercise.
Shit, that bond's too strong.
After a few chosen words, my best solution to the problem was to hold the board up and with the wrecking bar / crowbar slowly pry the bonding glue away from the wood, leaving the fiberglass intact with minimal damage apart from the damage it had already done to it, which I will show you at the end of this video. So this was my solution, not a high-tech one, not very thought out, but it worked.
That side's off. So is that side. So that's going to need a bit of work. I'll show you that in a minute. However, it's all corrosion. This is where the two metals have come together as well as water for oxidisation. Now we sorted, but that's where I just damaged the fiberglass because it was well and truly bonded on. But we can sort that out, that's not a problem. Right guys, I'm just going to re-record this ending because I'm not sure if it recorded it or not because the GoPro froze. Typically, and the mic's had a fit. So all the flooring for this section is up. That flooring is ready to come up, essentially. Don't know whether these come out, but if they do, they're going to come out. Hopefully, maybe not, don't know yet. Got slight damage down there. And the corrosion's not bad, it's all surface corrosion. Got quite a bit of it in places, but I've not found any holes yet. The only holes I've found is one back here in this, just gone quite thin. Obviously we've got that to repair, and there's some holes in that one just down there. For some reason it's only these two that have corroded badly. So next week I will charge up the batteries for the angle grinder, although we could do with a corded one, but we only have a 600 watt generator, so I don't know if that will be enough, but I'll have to have a look, see if we can find a low wattage one that will, although it might take longer, we'll be able to get through the bits and bobs that we need. And then all these screws that did hold the floor down can come up. Whilst I'm on the subject of the floor, it's nearly Halloween. If anyone wants any bonfire wood, get in touch, you can have it. It might give everyone hallucinogenics, but from a bonfire, from a distance, the smoke, who cares? If you want it, let me know, come in a van, you can have it, or a car if you're willing to cut it up. Let us know. So that's all we can say really. If you want to support us as we do this work, then head over to mankbuses.com, click on support us up at the top, and you can find ways to support us there. We also just started eBay as well. We've got a little bit of an eBay store going. They're only the stuff that's on K of whatever it is, but obviously people are more inclined to use eBay than anything else, so eBay's there as well. All the products are slowly going on there, but it costs us 36p a time to put product up. So bearing in mind the prices on there might be a little bit more expensive because they've got higher fees. Obviously we are paying for all of this out of our own pocket, out of the money we make from YouTube and what have you. But if you do want to support it, if you do want to buy bits for it, or tools, batteries for the tools, which we all use Ryobi here, or if you've got spare Ryobi batteries that you don't use anymore, then we will very happily take them from you. It all helps and it's all very grateful. We need air tanks. Obviously these, I think these are the power steering pipes, they need replacing. We could check all the electrics and try and find out why it doesn't start properly. We've obviously got to do the engine at some point. This area here, not too sure how it comes up because it's all fiberglass, I think. We're going to have to drill a pilot hole in that floor to work out whether it's fiberglass or wood. And then possibly with me and Sean, we'll have to work out how the hell we're going to get it up. Even if we don't get the middle bit up, I'm happy as long as we get the back bit up. As in that will give us the access and we can see where the pipes go and what have you. So like I say, next week we'll try and get rid of all these studs. Try and sand a bit of it down. Because it's going to attract rust whilst it sits here. So we can get it painted. I think I've got some red oxide in the hazardous cupboard. And then we can try and get some of it down at least. Knock off some of this surface rust. Get it down to bare metal. Paint it with chassis paint on top. So we're going to do red oxide and chassis paint to doubly protect it. It's going to be a good coat. We might do 2 layers of red oxide just to protect it and make it last basically. So I haven't really got much more to say other than do like, comment and subscribe, and make sure you keep following for the progress on the restoration. There is going to be a point somewhere in the future where it's going to go a bit quiet for a while as we get funds together. But we might not. All depends on you guys. You watch these videos, recommend them to others, the more and the quicker this gets done. You never know, we might be able to roll out of here in a year's time with everything done. So thank you so much for your support, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheerio.
You can now find us on Facebook, YouTube, Patreon, Twitter and Instagram. Hashtag MangBosses. Find us at mangbosses.com. Mangbosses, we're sorting scrap.